You've already felt the world shifting beneath your feet, haven't you? It's not a loud change, like thunder. It's a whisper, a silent, constant flow that is, at this very moment, redesigning our work, our relationships, and the way we see ourselves. This whisper has a name: artificial intelligence. Many feel a chill when they hear these words. They fear being left behind, becoming obsolete. And this concern is real. Figures like Elon Musk warn us that without proper care, AI can become a risk, but fear paralyzes. And what we need now is not paralysis. It's awareness. What we need is to awaken to a new way of existing and working in this world. This is not a journey about robots that will steal your job. It's about how you can become irreplaceable. It's about the 7 deep, essential human skills you need to master in order to not just survive, but to thrive and lead in this new era. So that you can run with the machines, not against awakening algorithmic awareness. Imagine a door closing on you even before you knew it was there. That's what happens every day, silently, behind the scenes of the digital world. Algorithms, invisible to our eyes, are deciding who gets a job interview, who gets a loan, who is seen as suitable. The first skill, therefore, is understanding algorithmic biases. It's the ability to look at a system that claims to be neutral and ask, neutral for whom? It's understanding that an algorithm trained on historical data from an unequal society will inevitably learn to be unequal. But it's not enough to just see the problem. The second skill is cultivating what machines don't have: social-emotional intelligence. It's your empathy, your creativity, your ability to read the context of a situation, to feel what has not been said. In a world that optimizes for efficiency, your humanity becomes your greatest asset. Machines can process data, but they can't connect with a client's pain, innovate from an intuition, or lead a team with compassion. This is your strength. It's a territory that automation cannot touch. And this leads us to the third skill: critical thinking about AI. It's the courage to question, to not accept technology as an absolute truth. It's asking companies, how does this algorithm work? With what data was it trained? Who is held accountable when it makes mistakes? Demanding transparency is not being against technology. It's being in favor of a fairer, more human technology. It's your voice, your questioning, that prevents us from walking blindly into a future programmed by a few. Cultivating an AI with a soul. The computing pioneer, Alan Turing, long before we had the complex systems of today, was already warning us about the importance of considering morality when building intelligent machines. He knew that intelligence, devoid of values, can be a dangerous force. Today, we live the dilemma he predicted: an autonomous car that needs to make a life-or-death decision, an algorithm that assists in a medical diagnosis. Where does the ethics reside in these decisions? This is where the fourth skill is born: ethical literacy in AI. You don't need to be a philosopher, but a conscious human being. It's the ability to participate in the conversation about the limits of automation. It's understanding that every technological advance brings with it a weight, a responsibility. Ignoring this discussion is handing over our moral future to systems that do not have their own morality. That's why the fifth skill is to develop an interdisciplinary vision. Technology does not exist in a vacuum. It is deeply connected to society, psychology, art, and history. MIT researcher Lex Fridman talks about the need for an AI with a soul, systems that understand the human context. To build and interact with this AI, we need people who can connect the dots, who understand not only code, but people, who know that the impact of a new app goes far beyond its functionality, reaching the culture and behavior of millions. This broad vision is what will allow us to create technology that serves humanity, not the other way around. Challenging the culture of silence in AI. There was a time when criticism of technology was seen as an obstacle to progress, but courageous voices have shown us that silence can be an accomplice. Researcher Timnit Gebru, while at Google, co-wrote an article warning about the dangers and biases in large language models, the same ones we use every day. Her attitude of exposing the system's flaws resulted in her dismissal, a case that revealed the strong culture of silence that can exist within the big tech companies. Her story teaches us about the sixth essential skill: defending diversity and inclusion. An AI system created by a homogeneous team will inevitably have blind spots. It will reflect the worldview of its creators. Amplifying diverse voices of different genders, races, and backgrounds is not just a matter of social justice. It's a matter of quality and safety. It's the only way to build an AI that serves everyone, not just a small group. Finally, the seventh and perhaps the most courageous skill: demanding accountability. It's the ability to look at failures, like the Microsoft chatbot that became racist in less than 24 hours, and not accept the excuse that mistakes happen. It's understanding that technology leaders have the power to shape society, and with that power comes immense responsibility. Cultivating this skill is using your voice as a consumer, as a citizen, and as a professional to demand transparency and accountability. It's your critical thinking that forces companies to be better. The 7 skills we've explored are not about complex programming or mathematics. They are about humanity. They are about awareness, empathy, ethics, courage, and responsibility. In an increasingly automated world, these are the qualities that become our most valuable asset. Figures like Elon Musk and Geoffrey Hinton warn us about the urgency of preparing ourselves not to be surpassed. But this preparation is not a desperate race. It's a conscious awakening. The question that remains is not whether AI will change the world. It already is. The real question is, what role will you choose to play in this transformation?